Hey, what's going on you guys? It's Epic here and welcome back to a new video on the channel. Boy, I can already tell you I am going to get a lot of hate for making this video, but I always promised you guys I would stay completely transparent and that's what I'm going to do today. Try not to get hurt by this video or offended, just know this is how I feel and I need to talk about it because I feel like if I just keep tweeting about it, it's going to seem like I just hate Gearbox, which is of course not the case, and that is why I'm making this video today. You know, I need to talk about this. Now, I know you guys are probably going to disagree with me, but like I said, I'm going to be honest, I don't like the new event. I don't like it, okay? I do not. I hate it. I think it's terrible. I really dislike it. Of course, if you're out of the loop, I'm talking about the Broken Hearts Day event taking place in Borderlands 3 right now, February 13th till February 20th. Happy Valentine's, by the way. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I need to get something off of my chest, and that is that I do not like this event, and I think this was the complete wrong direction to take the series in. Now, while I'm talking about this, we're gonna be going back and forth through gameplay. I'm gonna be showing you gameplay of the new event, which, you know, it's just me and Slaughter showing you all the hearts that I'm shooting and whatnot. And I'm also going to be showing you guys gameplay of a headhunter pack from Borderlands 2 known as Mad Moxie and the Wedding Day Massacre. And you're probably thinking, Epic, why are you talking about headhunters? What does that have to do with Borderlands 3? Well, the Wedding Day Massacre was released 2 or 3 days, I think 3 days, it was on the 11th of February, so just 3 days before Valentine's Day, 2 years after Borderlands 2 came out. So February the 11th, 2014. This was a headhunter pack that costs $3, just $3, that's right. For you guys in the UK, that's like £2. And if you're unfamiliar with previous Borderlands games, I always get comments, you know, Epic, you don't know anything about Borderlands. If you're unfamiliar with previous Borderlands games, these headhunters, they started in Borderlands 2. I'm pretty sure Borderlands 2 was the only game that really had them. And they were released as kind of a post-launch, a post end of DLC cycle kind of thing, where they would release these very mini DLCs. If you could picture Bloody Harvest in Borderlands 3, you would basically get that. So you would get a new location with new enemies to fight, a really kind of drawn out mission, but what Headhunters did different is that at the end of them you would actually get to fight a boss. Now most of these bosses would drop extremely good loot, think of like Grave Ward or Tyrene, and what made it even better is that some of them, after you beat them, you could fight invincible versions of them. And most of these bosses were, in my opinion, what I farmed at the end of the game. I always thought of them as kind of a middle ground, you know. I didn't want to fight the warrior, he was too drawn out, and I definitely didn't want to fight Huperius, he was a bit too challenging when I just wanted to do some easy farming. So I would fight the Snowman, as you can see on screen now. I'm fighting the Snowman in Marcus's Mercenary Day, best headhunter ever. And when you kill the boss, you can literally just save quit, go back in there and farm it again. You know, it's that easy, and you could get some seriously good loot. It was an easy way to level up, it was an easy way to get great loot, it was just all round fun. So why am I comparing this to Broken Hearts Day, you might be wondering? Well, because quite frankly, I know Broken Hearts Day is free content. I know someone's already left a comment without watching the video. It's free content. Why are you complaining? And the short answer is, and you know, I can't speak for everyone, but I'm telling you now for a fact, I would rather pay for a headhunter than what we got. I know that's going to be difficult to hear. I know some of you guys can't afford to pay $3 for a little DLC. You probably still complain about it. I'm just being honest with you guys. I don't think what we got was good. November 20th, okay? November 20th, we got the Borderlands show where they revealed DLC 1. And after that, we had to wait a month. We waited a month. December 23rd, we got DLC 1. There was a fantastic story. There's already a review up on my channel. I loved the DLC. I have nothing but good things to say about it. However, for some bizarre reason, Gearbox, a company that received a lot of backlash at the end of Borderlands 3 because it had like no end game according to some people. And by the way, they also knew about this issue from pre-sequel, which again had no end game, decided to just not put any raid boss at the end of the DLC. Now, I don't care if you're Killer 6 or you're Moxie or your Jolts or your Hater, I don't care who watches this. If you're a creator and you want to defend Gearbox, go ahead and do so. But do not do not sit there and tell me that they did not need to add some sort of raid boss at the end of DLC 1. I've had another comment saying that Borderlands doesn't need raid bosses, and to that I say you're wrong. You are completely wrong. Borderlands 1 was so replayable because it had Cormorax, and Cormorax was so popular that in Borderlands 2 we had Terramorphous. In fact, let's go a step further. Cormorax was so popular we got to fight the son of Cormorax in a headhunter pack. And just for shits and giggles, I'll show gameplay of that as well. This is the son of Cormorax. Really fun boss. Really, really great headhunter. So, with all this being said, we've had a month. We've had a month since DLC 1. No new content since then. I don't care if you call dedicated drops or multiple fixes content. It's not content. Okay, it's not. I'm sorry, it's not. It's just not. That is the hard truth. It is not content. It is a fix. It is something that should have been in the game from the start, and that's how I remain, and you cannot change my mind. So, we've been given a new event. This one's only running for a week. They heard fans' feedback. You can toggle it off. It's great. I love all of that. What I don't love is that this feels like a watered down attempt at Bloody Harvest. It's like, even though people complained about Bloody Harvest, Gearbox didn't care. They just said, you know what, fine, you win. Here is half of that. In fact, I go a step further. Here is a quarter of that. You only get the skulls. You get new rewards, up to 100 skulls you break, and you can get 2 new weapons, which I've tried them, and I'm going to be honest, they're not bad. I wouldn't say they're great. I definitely don't think it justifies what we got, as well as some new cosmetics, and that's it. You load into the game. You don't even talk to Maurice, even though he's wearing love hearts on his head, like he's involved in the event. You don't need to go and start a mission with him. You go in, and you just start shooting hearts. Plus the level cap. We'll get to the level cap. Don't worry, because I've got some things to say about this level cap, so we'll get to that. But you go in and the hearts are just there, and you're just shooting them. You don't know why they're there. I guess it's because it's Valentine's Day. They just appeared out of thin air, and Maurice is acting like it's normal. This Saurian that has come to Sanctuary, who knows literally nothing about Pandora or any of these other planets, he's just here, he knows nothing about it. Yet he acts like it's a normal thing. Oh yeah, go and get them hearts from... I don't get it. I'm missing a motive here. I do not understand it. I'm sorry, but I don't. By all means, dislike the video, leave hate comments, give me a ton of backlash for saying this, but if I don't say it, no one will. This is a poor attempt at a seasonal event and is not the way to go in the future. I am scared for DLC 2 if this is the sort of content you think justifies a month wait from a DLC with no endgame content. Half of the weapons from DLC 1 aren't even used anymore. I asked my friend, hey, why haven't you bought DLC 1? Well, because there's no incentive to. There's no end boss to farm. It's just new gear and a story. That's not going to keep me coming back. Now, I'm a hardcore Borderlands fan, but I can't defend it, because he's right. There's nothing to keep you coming back to DLC 1, and there's nothing to keep you coming back to this event. The new weapons you can skip out on, because when they release a level cap increase, which they will with DLC 2 or a new seasonal event, your weapons are going to be useless, okay? So I don't care how god tier you think your new weapons are right now, they are worthless. They're going to be worthless, and that's the hard truth. If I put a build up and I use these new weapons, I'd have a lot of comments in about a month or two saying how useless they are, okay? It would happen, and I can't stop it. I have no incentive to get on and grind right now, and that's my issue here. That is the issue, Gearbox. I do not feel a reason to grind. You see, Gearbox have now upped the level cap to 53. Now, when they said level cap increase, I screeched. I cannot tell you how happy I was. I've been pleading, we need a level cap. This is what we need. Everyone's got the best weapons in the game, and there's like any piece of content that comes out, we steamroll through it, right? Like, there's no incentive to grind it because we have all the best stuff. So I thought, give us a 11 level cap increase. This would be absolutely great. It's a big enough jump in levels to make you want to farm your new gear again and experiment with fresh new builds, and it gives you a reason to get on and grind, because you know that if you don't, you're going to be completely irrelevant. Like, everything you have isn't going to be useful. You're 11 levels down, and in Mayhem 4 and True Takedown mode that they just added, that is not going to cut it. I took my Shockhound Zane into True Takedown mode yesterday, fighting level 53 enemies with my level 50 gear, and I steamrolled it. You put a 3 level increase into the game because you think it's going to add some kind of replayability. Let me tell you, I reached it in 15 minutes in Slaughter Shaft. My level 50 gear still cuts through enemies. Now, on the other hand, if it was a 5 level increase, a big level increase, or a 10 or 11 or whatever, even an 8 level increase for just whatever reason they decide, That to me gives me an incentive to get on the grind. That to me makes this event, this very hollowed out event, this watered down Bloody Harvest event, a lot more fun to play. So now, to find out about DLC 2, we have to wait until the 27th of February. And on the 27th, we're going to find out what DLC 2 is and when it's coming out. Now, if we follow the same pattern as the Borderlands show, we're looking at another 2 months. A 2 month wait, actually maybe a little less than that, like let's say 1.5 months till DLC 2. I don't care if you want to justify this, I don't care if you're having fun on the event, you know, good for you, if you want to defend Gearbox, but let me ask you this, do you seriously believe that what you've been given will justify 1.5 months of no more content? Because that is what we're looking at here, folks. We're looking at 1.5 months of another gap, 1.5 months of other YouTubers like myself having to ask the question, is Borderlands 3 dying? 1.5 months of another podcast, another Bordercast with Mitsu and Tesachka asking, is Borderlands okay? The current state of Borderlands 3. You should be worried. If you're Gearbox, guys, you should be worried. If you're a fan of the game, you should be worried. Now, I am not shitting all over Gearbox's parade. If you know me, you know I live and breathe this series, but I am telling you right now, this did not justify the wait. I think the only thing that justified the wait was the patch notes, which are fantastic. I'm very, very happy and proud of Gearbox. And this is no more than constructive criticism. I don't want anyone witch hunting Gearbox. I am not witch hunting Gearbox. I don't want anyone witch hunting me or any other one who agrees with me or disagrees with me. We are all entitled to our opinion. But I'm telling you now, I am not happy with this event, and I was not going to sit and just be quiet and not say anything about it. Happy Valentine's, guys, and I hope you are having a good one. Thank you for watching the video, thank you for your support as always, and have a nice day.